Hello, grade 10s. This is Simple. Let me explain the notes that I gave to you to study on our WhatsApp group. Due to the lockdown, since you know that we are unable to meet. So, I gave you notes on trigonometry, and trigonometry is the study of angles of a triangle and the side length. Basically, in trigonometry, we study the relationship between the side length of a triangle and the angles. So there are trigonometric ratios, and the most common trigonometric ratios are the three ones that I've given to you, which is the sine, and which is abbreviated as sin, which is also sine. You read it as sine also. And then we also have the cosine, in which the abbreviation is cos, and we have the tangent, in which the abbreviation is tan. So the reciprocal of a trigonometric ratios, as you know that the word reciprocal in maths, it means that whatever that was the numerator becomes the denominator, and whatever that was the denominator becomes the numerator. For example, if we want to find out the reciprocal of 2/3, let me write 2/3. So if you have to find the reciprocal of 2/3, it would be 3/2. So what was up goes down, and what was down goes up. So the reciprocal of sine would be 1 over sine, which is going to be cosec. And then the reciprocal for cos, it's 1 over cos, which will be sec. And the reciprocal of tan, it's 1 over tan, which will be cot. So in trigonometric ratios, we actually apply these ratios on a right-angled triangle. So right-angled triangle, it's a triangle with a 90-degree angle and has two acute angles on the other two angles. So in a right-angled triangle, the longest side, it's called the hypotenuse side, and if I'm standing on this angle theta, the angle that I'm facing, it's called the opposite, and the angle that is adjacent to me, this one, will be labeled as A. So this one is our hypotenuse. So by definition, sine, it's opposite over hypotenuse. So if I've got sine theta, it would be the opposite over the hypotenuse. And if I've got cos theta, it would be the adjacent over the hypotenuse. And if I've got tan theta, this will be the opposite over the adjacent. And the most common way that most learners use, or most textbooks use, in order for us to recall this, it's they use a phrase that reads as so ka toa. Now S for sine, C for cos, and T for tan. So O is for opposite, H will be for hypotenuse, and A will be for adjacent. So for example, sine would be opposite over hypotenuse. So the first letter after the one that stands for the trigonometric ratio represents the numerator, and the last one represents the denominator. So let me explain to you further when it comes to how you would express the reciprocals in a form of a fraction. So for example, for cosec, since cosec is 1 over sine, it means that cosec will be represented, if we have cosec theta, would be, since sine it's opposite of hypotenuse, cosec theta will be hypotenuse over the opposite. And then for sec theta, sec is a reciprocal of cos, and cos it's adjacent over hypotenuse. So sec theta would be hypotenuse over adjacent. And then the cot one, cot theta, is a reciprocal of tan. So in this case, tan it's opposite over adjacent, so cot will be adjacent over the opposite. So this is the basic knowledge that each and every one of you need to understand before we actually do more complex questions. So please try the questions that I'm going to give to you now in order for me to see how far you understand. So these are the questions that you need to try. So Roman figure 1 requires you to write sine theta, cos theta, and tan theta with the aid of the diagram that you are given, which is a right angle triangle. And then Roman figure 2, please also do the same, and then I will discuss this with you via a video that I will create. Thank you very much.